66 million years ago, it was a perfect day. Dinosaurs roamed the earth, tending to their young, feeding, enjoying the warmth of the sun. Fish and sea creatures weaved through tangled algae in the deep blue waters of the ocean. Tiny, mammals burrowed in holes, snug and safe from the predators lurking above. And then, in 1 second, the world ended. Let's find out why. Welcome to the How Chronicles. Today's story: the day an asteroid said, "No more dinosaurs." 66 billion years ago, the entire course of history on our planet changed. In an instant, a giant asteroid almost 20 kilometers wide, that's twice the size of Mount Everest, by the way, smashed into Earth at 12 miles per second. That's over 50,000 miles per hour, 40 times the speed of sound. In an instant, a giant asteroid, almost 20 kilometers wide, that's twice the size of Mount Everest, by the way, smashed into Earth at 12 miles per second. That's over 50,000 miles per hour, 40 times the speed of sound. Chaos that would cause mile-high tsunamis across entire oceans. Chaos that would unleash walls of fire across entire continents. Chaos that would wipe out 70% of life on Earth. Chaos that would kill the dinosaurs. And chaos that would change our planet forever. The asteroid smashed into the Yucatan Peninsula, creating a massive explosion and one of the largest known impact craters on Earth, 93 miles in diameter. This happened just outside the little town of modern-day Chicxulub, Mexico. Yeah, that's right, Chicxulub. Try saying that 5 times fast. The estimated energy of the impact? Between 2 and 50 petajoules. That's a lot of joules. A lot of joules. Let's keep it conservative and say it was 2 petajoules. That's the same as 40 billion times the energy of the atomic bomb dropped on Hiroshima. 40 billion times. And all of that energy was released in less than 1 second. Boom! The Cretaceous period, which lasted about 80 million years, ended the very second this asteroid hit Earth. This gave way to a new era. An era of calamitous death, destruction, and the rise of, well, us. The blast was so extreme that it punched a hole in the atmosphere, creating a vacuum. As the atmosphere rushed in to close the hole, enormous volumes of Earth were expelled into orbit and beyond. This material, including pieces of the asteroid itself, rained back down as fiery rocks, each the size of a skyscraper. And if that wasn't enough, a mega tsunami over 330 feet tall erupted from the sea, stretching from Mexico to Texas and Florida. And that was lucky. Why? Because if the asteroid had struck the Pacific Ocean, the tsunamis would have been 5 kilometers high. That's higher than most airplanes fly. Across the land, death was instant. Fossils discovered in soil, samples from New Jersey, 3,000 miles away, show that life was wiped out in the blink of an eye. But for those who survived the initial impact, things were about to get much worse. The impact vaporized rocks containing large amounts of sulfur, creating a sulfate haze that spread across the entire planet. This led to an impact winter, a decade-long winter where the sun was blocked out, plants couldn't grow, and the food chain collapsed. Winter is here. Without sunlight, photosynthesis stopped. Plants died, animals died, bigger animals died. Food wasn't just scarce, it was gone. And if that wasn't bad enough, volcanic eruptions released poisonous gases, turning the seas acidic and making the air barely breathable. The animals that died on the day of the impact, they were the lucky ones. But as the winter finally ended, life began to recover. The volcanoes released carbon dioxide, creating a runaway greenhouse effect that warmed the planet. Surviving life forms, mostly small mammals and deep-dwelling creatures, began to thrive. And so, the age of mammals began. The Chicxulub impact, theorized for decades, was only confirmed in 1978. Geophysicists Glenn Penfield and Antonio Camargo discovered the crater while scouting for oil. Later, Nobel Prize-winning geologist Luis Alvarez found evidence of iridium in soil samples, linking it to the asteroid impact. But here's the problem. This could happen again. There are millions of asteroids in our solar system, some over 600 miles wide. In fact, there are almost 2 million asteroids that are 1 kilometer wide or larger, and many of their orbits intersect with Earth's. Meteors impact Earth every day. It's not a question of if another large impact will occur, it's a question of when. Some scientists believe the greatest threat to our civilization isn't war, plague, or climate change. It's another meteor impact. But here's the good news. We have the technology to track and potentially deflect asteroids. The question is, will we act in time?